Hi there, ladies and gentlemen. Gabriel Joseph here in my home office. I am the purpose-driven producer, and I'd like to share with you a concept that I just learned from my wife. And I don't think that I'd ever heard this term or this phrase before. And she was telling me about a conversation that she had with an amazing friend and mentor, Natalie Goddard. You know who you are. You are an amazing creator of value and a giver of love. So thank you very much. My heart really is a sincere thank you and appreciation to you, as well as to your amazing husband. Andy, I love you, bro. Natalie, I love you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, so with that being said, I'm about to cry here. I am such a teddy bear. Okay, so my wife was having a conversation with Natalie, and this conversation of cosmic debt came up. And my wife was expressing her frustration about our current and yet lingering financial situation. You guys know, and I've shared with you pretty openly, what's been going on for the last 2.5 years in our life. I lost a business. It literally within about 90 days just went from doing really good to poop, right? And worse than poop, it was like diarrhea. It was so bad. I know that's gross. My kids would laugh if they were sitting here, so I apologize if you're like gagging in your mouth or something. Nevertheless, I went upside down about $55 million, lost everything that I had. Homes were foreclosed on, cars were repossessed, lawsuits came, collections started happening. Ugly, bad, nasty situation, right? I've told you all of that. But it's interesting that through this whole entire process of the last 2.5 years, it has been very difficult to fix what's going on up here. And, I have gone through huge depression. I've gone through a huge awakening process after that. I have gone through a realization of, what my sole purpose is and the direction that I want to go with my life and the value that I want to provide and add into the world and all of these things, right? So it's been an amazing experience, but that doesn't mean that it makes financially any easier in our life. I mean, no way, shape, or form does it mean everything's just hunky-dory. And we still struggle hardcore financially. I'm talking about, where we're going to go buy bread and put groceries on the table for our kids this week type of thing. And that struggle also is an amazing lesson. It teaches, taught me at least, tons about where I was mentally and what I needed to do in order to provide. So with that being said, this was the discussion that they were having. My wife expressing her frustration. And Natalie, thank you very much. You brought up a concept that I had never heard about, but that I felt existed, right? I mean, I felt it right here in my heart, which is this concept of cosmic debt. And I drew something, and hopefully this helps you, if you can even see that, right? I mean, over here on this end or on this side of the scale, you have me. And over here on this end, you have these blessings, right? And so whatever your word for it is, right? Cosmic creator, light, love, infinite wisdom, God, right? I mean, I use the word God. So whatever you want to use, my perception is that God was giving me so many blessings over about a 6 or 7 year period of time. Financially, socially, mentally, spiritually. I mean, He was pouring it on. And honestly, I can take a look back and I say, you know what? I just piddled that time away. I didn't serve the way that I should have served, given all of the blessings that I was given. I didn't give the way that I should have or I could have, or more importantly, the way that the Lord expects me to. So the scale kind of looked like this. I was getting all of these blessings poured on, and what was happening is my service was not equaling what I was receiving. So I was giving less than what I was being blessed with. And honestly, I felt like that scale got so heavy on that side, on God's side, right, with all of the things that I was receiving and being given. And it got so light on this end and so disproportionate that it finally broke, right? Now what happens is all of those blessings that I was receiving, gone, right? They had been taken away. And I was feeling this lack in my life. And even though I go to church, and even though I pray, and even though I read my scriptures, and even though all of these things, right, the things that I thought to do to actually worship, even though all of that was happening, I still felt this huge lack in my life at that point. And I really honestly think it was kind of like, well, son, I love you, but that's the consequence. I mean, that's the consequence of your choice, which was I was giving you so much and you were giving in return so little, that now the scale is broken. I've got to go fix it. So in the meantime, I got to take everything off the scale so that we can get it fixed right, and then I can start adding blessings again over here on this end. And I hope that that concept makes sense, and I hope that I'm actually on the right track. Like I said, this was an hour-long conversation with my wife, and I'm just right there on the edge, meaning this is a concept that I'm going to go research and think about and ponder, meditate over, and really see where in my life am I out of whack, out of balance, as far as the scale is concerned, and where I can start to give tons of value. And I've identified a couple of those areas, and that's one of the things that you guys can take advantage of, which is the 7-part video series, Branding Your Brilliance, the key to getting paid to play. That's just one of those areas. That's one of the things, my life lessons that I'm trying to give back to teach other people as well. And there's a number of other things that I'm attempting to put in place right now. So that's why I say I'm a purpose-driven producer. In fact, I am the purpose-driven producer. But that doesn't mean I'm perfect. That just means come along on this ride with me. Walk down this journey with me. Learn from me and exchange with me. Meaning, I want to hear your comments. I want to hear your feedback. And let's see what we can do here together. So, Cosmic Debt, hope that made sense. And this is Gabriel Joseph. Talk to you later.